Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel after a long time. This is Practical Coding, and after a long time, I am making videos. Because I am busy for a few days, so I was unable to upload the videos in my channel. First of all, thank you for subscribing to my channel. I have 200 subscribers now, and I'm feeling proud. Like, okay, I have 200 subscribers, and for them, I'm making the videos. So I thought, let's make some videos on web application development. So if you go through my channel, you can find like I have made videos on Azure, Hugging Face, and some of the other topics like how to use the Conda environment. And I have the playlist for Hugging Face and complete playlist for Azure and MongoDB. Some of the videos I have uploaded. Apart from that, I have made the videos on how you can use the Conda environment and API basics, those things. Okay. So now I thought like, okay, make some videos on web application development. Okay, so let's talk about web application development. Okay, so what is a web application development? Actually, last time I uploaded this API basics tutorial because of I thought to start a web application development. So after that, I was busy because being a software developer, so life is very challenging. What I feel, so for those months I was very busy, and today I have some time. So I thought, ki, okay, let's start the web application development video playlist. Okay, so this is my first video. After that, I will create a playlist with web application development, and you will find all the related videos over there or inside that playlist. So let's talk about what is web application. Okay, suppose I'm opening the url like flipkart.com or any of the e-commerce website. So those are called web applications. Okay, through that you can purchase some item to sell some item, so those are called e-commerce web application. So suppose I'm going to Netflix. So okay, so Netflix, if I'm going to, so through that you can watch some content or you can enjoy some movies or a web series kind of thing. YouTube, that is also a web application. Okay, YouTube launched and they used as a mobile application and web application as well. You can access the YouTube through your website as well. So whatever the website we have, suppose I'm searching some content like C programming. Okay, so C programming, if I'm searching, and I'll get the results like W3 schools or Geek for Geeks or Programmers. Okay, so there are several contents. Each of them are web application. So if I'm triggering this, you can see like w3schools.com. This is a web application. Okay, I have Geek for Geeks. This is also a web application. So basically, the web application means it will give you a user interface, and through that you will get a end-to-end experience with that particular application. Either you are watching some content, or you are purchasing some item, or you are doing something or some operation. Suppose you are putting some data, and based on that it is generating some graphs, or it is giving you some generating some content. Whatever the thing is, that is through a web application. Whatever you are opening through your machine or through your any web browsers. Okay, through your phone also you are opening, you will get the same results. So those will work as a web application in phone, in desktop, in PC, or in Mac, or in laptop, anywhere. Okay, so I'll give you a basic understanding of web application, then I will go to Django, and I'll show you like how we can start building the web application. Okay, I don't want to make the video too long. Okay, so let me just open the paint. Okay, so but guys, this will be a long series because Django is a, that is a very big thing, and it is simply the ocean of learning is there. So if you are starting Django learning from today, it will take at least 15 days to 1 month to understand the basics. Okay, and if we are good in Python, then it will take at least 15 days to understand the framework and how it is working, how it is rendering the templates. Okay, what are all the commands, and what is Django RMs, each and everything I'll describe later. Okay, but let me give you some basic description what is a web application is. Okay, so suppose I have some backend. Okay, and I have some front end. Okay, so before describing this, if you didn't gone through my previous videos on API basics, I'm requesting you to go through that API basics, and there you'll get some idea like what is the web application and how the middleware or API works. Okay, but here I am just describing based on the front end and back end. So suppose this. Okay, so I am writing this as my front front end. Okay, sorry for spelling mistake, front end. And this is I am writing as back end. Okay, so this particular environment, the whole thing, okay, this is called as a web application. Okay, let me draw it again. So suppose this. Okay, so this is a web application. Okay, completely with front end, with back end, the all over thing is called a web application. Okay, front end means as a user I can have only access to front end. Okay, so this is a user. Okay, I'm drawing very good or very bad. Okay, but I'm using mouse, so that's why. So this is a user and he or she has only access to this front end. So whatever the request user wants to send, that is through front end. Front end, this front end will do, this have the code regarding HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Okay, HTML, CSS and JavaScript, this code. Okay, through these three languages we can build a UI, user interface. Okay, what they'll do is, so suppose I'm going to any particular web application, say C programming. Again, I'm typing, say C programming, sorry, or anything. It's not just a C programming. I can search for any generative AI, okay, generations of programming language, whatever, XYZ, anything I can search. Okay, so if I'm going through first link and if I'm opening that, it will open this UI, which is a user interface. So this code is basically written on JavaScript, CSS, and HTML. Okay, so if I'll go through view page source or inspect this, so suppose I am inspecting this or I'm viewing the page source, we'll get like HTML. Okay, this code is written. If I'll go to say inspect this, we'll get the HTML code, whatever written. So those are the front end technologies. Okay, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So, and okay, let me trigger something. Okay, okay, let me trigger something. So suppose I want to study JavaScript or I want to study PHP. So what I'll do is I'll simply go this option and I'll click there. So as soon as I click there, there should be some API which is going to backend, and from backend they handle the task and responding me back. Okay, this client is asking for PHP, render the whatever content you have. Okay, so that is a API request does. Again guys, I am telling, if you are not gone through my previous video on API basics, please go through that. That will be helpful and that will makes you understand like how API works between front end and back end. Okay, so whatever are the option I will click or user will click, that particular option will send a request to backend. Okay, this is a request to backend. Okay, this based on this request, this API will work. I mean, this API sends to backend request, and based on that request, backend will work and send the response back to front end. Okay, send the response back to front end. Okay, so this is how a web application works. Okay, so this total thing we can implement through Django, because Django is a, okay, so what Django is, let me open a notepad. Okay, let me open a notepad. So I'll open a notepad. Okay, so what, so I don't want to update this. Okay, okay, so what Django is, okay, Django. So what Django is, okay, Django is a web application framework based on Python. Django is a web application framework based on Python in one line. Okay. So if someone asks you what is the web application framework or what is the Python framework you worked on, you can simply tell them I worked on Django. Okay. So this is very popular framework and this is very robust as well. And this has some advantages and disadvantages that I'll describe you later. And what is the architecture? Okay, Django works on MVT architecture. Okay, MVT architecture. Okay, so what is that MVT architecture means? It work on model, view, and template. Model, view, and template based architecture. Okay, what is that? I'll describe you again. I'm telling, I'll describe you later. Okay, and it has some restrictions, it has some advantages as well. So advantages, like I will write some advantages. Advantages is there are so many features. Okay, so many inbuilt inbuilt features. Okay, so many inbuilt features. Security. Okay, security. And then it has some provided free database. So many inbuilt features. It's security, provided free database, admin panel. So those are the advantages. So what are all those things that I'll describe you later when I will build the application? That time I'll tell you. And disadvantage also it should have, because if it does not have any disadvantage, then why the other frameworks come, right? So disadvantage means it's monolithic in nature. Monolithic in nature. Monolithic in nature. And it's what else? Okay, as such I'm not describing you what are the disadvantages, but make consider like, and based on scenarios. Based on scenarios. Okay, it can be a microservice based application as well, but that is based on the implementation. But in this case I can describe you this is monolithic in nature. Okay, that's a disadvantage. But leave this disadvantage, those are the advantages. Inbuilt features, it has security protocols, it has, okay, so it has the provided Django authentication. Okay, so this is a based on security only. Provided free database, which is a, which is database is called SQLite. Okay, and admin panel it has. So those are the features of Django. Okay, so Django basically is a web application framework, and we have a very good documentation in Django. So what I'll do is, first I go Django tutorial. Okay, so Django has its own website, that is a web application built on Django itself, and it has all the documentation. It's a very good website. So if you want to build some application in Django, you can simply refer this documentation, which is very helpful. Okay, now let's build some application, sample application using Django. But before that, I will provide you a demo. Okay, so what demo I will provide? Let me open my Conda environment. Okay, so guys, what is Conda environment? So if you didn't gone through my previous videos on Conda environment, I'm requesting you to go through this. You can understand like how you run a Conda server. This one, manage Python versions using Miniconda. Okay, this video particularly. So if you gone through this video, you can understand like how you can create a Conda environment, and you can do all the things through Conda environment. Okay, so now I am going to check and start a Conda environment, and I'll give you a demo based on Django. Okay, so I have few Django applications in my hand which developed by me only. So those I will provide you. I mean, I will show you. I will provide you a demo. Okay, maybe I can go for this application, QN application. Okay, so let me provide you a demo how the Django application looks like. Okay, so I have opened my Miniconda terminal and I will provide conda env list. Okay, because I forgot like what are the conda environment I have implemented that time or made that time, and I'm going to make a new conda environment as well, but that is later. Maybe I can just activate this QN app. Conda activate. So I'm not telling to use conda only. If you want, you can use Python virtual environment also. Okay, I'll try to use a Python virtual environment, and that is absolutely fine. I mean, anything will be fine. Okay, so I'm simply going to my folder. Okay, desktop, and then my folder is my Python project. Okay, my Python projects, and inside that I'm going to this Q&A application. Q&A application. Okay, Q&A application. Okay, so I'm just running the project. Okay, guys, don't worry about the comments. Okay, so these commands I will provide you later. Okay, I'm just giving you a demo how the Django application I built. Okay, so I'm running my application, and you can see like it started running. I'll just trigger this or I'll just open this in this. Okay, so this is my web application looks like. Okay, so what this basically web application does, does is, so if you upload some file, so let me delete this file. Okay, so basically if you upload some file and you can make some question answer through that particular file or particular PDF. Okay, so that is a similar kind of web application which I have built. If you gone through my previous tutorials on Hugging Face, you'll get some videos. Okay, let me open the Hugging Face. So if you gone through my previous videos, you can see like I have made few videos how you can chat with your PDF, or how you can pass the context, PDF context, to your LLM model. Okay, and how you can continue chat with your PDF. So similar thing I have developed through Streamlit in my previous Hugging Face tutorial, but in this tutorial I'm going to implement that through Django. Okay, so similar thing I have already built. I will give you a demo. Okay, so this is the front page, and if you type home, okay, so this will give you the home page. Both are same. So here you need to upload your file. Okay, I'm just going to upload this file. I have some sample file. I'll just go there and I'll search for sample. Okay, sample file. Okay, this one. I'm just opening this. Okay, sample file .pdf, this is attached, and I'm submitting this. Okay, now I have to select this file. Why I kept this is because suppose I have some pre-uploaded file, you no need to upload that again. You'll get all the file list over there. And how this will work is, suppose I'm going back to my home page and I'm going, so see, sample file.pdf I have already uploaded. Okay, I'm going to upload some other file which is sample file 2. So just I have to select this, I have to open this, and I have to submit this. Now if I'll go back to my home page, you can see like I have uploaded two different files, which is sample file and sample file 2. Okay, so now I have to go to the next page. Okay, so suppose I'm submitting this. Okay, so it is telling like please select a file. I'll select some other file, maybe xyz file, any file I can select. I am selecting my resume. Okay, select a file. So I'm selecting sample file, maybe sample file 2.pdf. This one I'm selecting. So you can see like whatever the file I have uploaded, that came here. Okay, so I'm just selecting the sample file 2. I'm submitting this. See, file processed successfully, sample file 2.pdf. Okay, so this is the file content. You can see only two lines I have written in that sample file. I am a Anirvan Chakrabarti and I have 8 plus years of experience in web application development. Presently, I'm working in Accenture and I have a Python full stack developer, blah blah blah. So this is the content I have provided inside that file. Okay, and that is your chatbot. So if I'll ask like, what is my name, and that should be give you some answer. Let me see whether the API is working. Okay, so there is an error present request. I am asking the same. What is, so sometimes the API is not working because that is a free API from Hugging Face. Let me try again. Okay, so this is basically a web application. My okay, so this time it gave you the answer, Anirvan Chakrabarti. How many years of EXP I have? Sending this request and let's see. Okay, 8 years. So this is the chatbot I have built. Okay, this is just for understanding, guys. It is not a enterprise level application. This is not a this is not a demo application as well. This is just for understanding. I have built this application in Django. Now I will build an application which is a student. Okay, so this time I will just remove this. Okay, so this is the overall application. Okay, I'm closing this, I'm stopping my server. Okay, each and everything I'll describe you later. Each and everything I'll describe you later. Okay, I'm closing this. Okay, so this is the documentation of Django. Okay, we'll start building with Django application. We will create a Python environment, and what else we will do is we'll build a student management system, or else I can do one thing. Yeah, student management system, that is will be fine, I guess. So how the student management system will looks like, so that is a simple UI it should have. Okay, so I'll have some home page. Okay, so this is basically the home page. Okay, so there will be some options. Okay, so these options will be get students detail. Okay, uh, get details. Okay, this button I will add. Another one should be maybe add new students. Okay, add new students. And third button I can add like uh, maybe I can just delete. Okay, delete student details. Delete student details. Maybe for delete I won't give any separate button. Okay, so basically the students app management system should be like get details. Okay, so if I'll click get details, it will fetch the student details and it will render over the next page or some other page. Okay, so if I wants to add some new students, that I also can add through this button. And through the student details also we should have some a button or something to delete the student details. Okay, so let's try to build this application. This is a simple application. Okay, so this is just for understanding, guys. Again, I'm telling to describe you the Django application, Django, how Django is working and all. So after building this application, maybe we can move forward with some complex application. Okay, so this particular playlist I'm just want to describe you like how you can build a student management system using Python and Django framework. Okay, so we'll explore this documentation in the next video, and we'll create some Python environment as well. So let me check what is the Python version I have installed in my local. I don't think I have installed any specific Python version, but let me check that. Okay, all right. I have this Python 3.12, which is absolutely fine. So in next video, I'll show you like how I can build a Django server, and we'll get started with Django. And okay, but before that I will show you some other thing. Okay, I'm going to take reference. Okay, I'm going to take reference from this mytable project. Okay, so what is this mytable project is nothing but this have a single page with student details or some details. Okay, so I am just opening this conda terminal, conda activate. Get me the list name first. Conda env list. Okay, so if I'll open this, you can get like we have so many things. I'm just going to activate this sample version. Okay, conda activate, and then the sample version. Sorry, I think it's not copied, so I have to copy this. Okay, this is activated. I have to go to desktop. I have to go to my projects, and I have to go to this one, my table project, my table project. So I think that it has all the directories and all. So those things I'll tell you later. Just I'll run the server. So these comments I'll give you later. Okay, you no need to note it down, you no need to these things. You just need to follow me what I'm doing. Okay, you no need to worry about anything. I will give you all the things, all the stuffs. I'm just describing you, I'm giving you the demo. Okay, so I'm just opening this URL. So it is telling like page not found. Let me open home. So it has some error. Okay, so I have to do some work like I'll give you all the comments. Okay, no worry. Only I'll take the reference from this uh, project. That will be helpful. We can refer to any project, but I'll take the reference from here. Okay, let me open. What it is telling is there is nothing. Okay, so let me go to home. Okay, so this is the home page, guys. Okay, you can see like this is some reference data table. I have some name. Okay, and this is some name sample names I have. This is just rendering the data table, that's it. Okay, it do not have any other routes or any other pages. So we'll take the reference of this. Maybe we can take the reference from the sample documentation project as well, document question answering project as well. Anything will be fine, but in the next video I'll describe you how we can start with that. So see you in the next video. Till then, stay tuned. Goodbye.